Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on Toned In Entertainment, where we love pop culture. Today, it's time to continue with the comic book discussion for He-Man and the Masters of the Multiverse, issue number 4. Now this issue will have a lot of references to the classic 80s cartoon, so it's definitely going to be a lot of fun. Plus, if you're a Masters of the Universe fan, make sure you check out the link below, as I have some really cool He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Funko Pop videos down below. And plus, if you missed any of my previous 3 discussions, they're also down below. But for now, let's get on with the discussion. This Eternia will feel very familiar with those of us that grew up with the cartoon in the 80s, as we've got Man-at-Arms and Orko here, joined by He-Man. Now, at the end of the episodes of the cartoons, there would be some type of feel-good message or PSA, and they do an homage to that here with He-Man saying, "It's not the recognition of the deed that makes a good deed worth doing, it's the good." Orko tells He-Man, well, yeah, so He-Man, the guy with his own birthday celebration. Eavesdropping on the conversation is Skeletor and movie He-Man. Now, I really like how the writing continues in this comic to play on the source material, as Skeletor says, "Another lesson, He-Man? I swear everyone on this Eternia spends their days teaching each other to be better. They're so..." Then movie He-Man cuts in and says, "Unprepared. They don't know war. They don't know death." Now, in my first 3 comic book discussions, I was calling the little He-Man pint-sized He-Man, but we see here that Skeletor had already given him a nickname, Looking Up He-Man. Skeletor said that it was driving him crazy that both He-Man had the same name, so he had to give them each a nickname to set them apart. So that's why he called the little He-Man Looking Up He-Man, and he decided to whom I've been calling movie He-Man Looking Down He-Man. As Skeletor, and I'm going to continue calling him movie He-Man, continue to eavesdrop, they see that cartoon He-Man is getting a telepathic call from the sorceress, warning them that the starseed, which is the globe of energy that created the universe, has been compromised. The cosmic enforcer Zodak was tasked with watching it, but recent attempts by the sorceress to contact him have been unsuccessful. The sorceress tells cartoon He-Man that if the wrong person were to get their hands on it, they would have the ability to bend reality to their wishes. Cartoon He-Man decides to transform back into Prince Adam, and he knows he's going to have to make up some type of excuse to miss the party, just like he did in the original cartoon, so that he can go off and save Eternia once again. But before he gets the opportunity, he is whacked over the head. And since Adam can't even make it physically to make an excuse, Man-at-Arms has to tell his parents that he didn't get his clothes back from the dry cleaners as to why he won't make this party. Now, Orko seeks out Crackers the Clown, this afternoon's main entertainer, and asks him for some professional comedic advice. As Orko fires up what I'm sure was going to be a knock it out of the park joke, Crackers the Clown just takes off. As Adam lies on the ground, we see that it was movie He-Man that sneak attacked him. Skeletor even asks him why he did that. Movie He-Man says that the other attempts of warning the He-Man haven't worked, and that he's going to use cartoon He-Man as bait. And it seems like movie He-Man's plan is going to work, because the reason why Crackers the Clown took off all of a sudden was because it was anti-He-Man in disguise. Now, one of the things I've really enjoyed about this comic book series so far, other than the story, because it's been excellent so far, is the artwork and how well it's done and how well it really pays homage to the original source material. With Prince Adam finally coming to, movie He-Man tells Prince Adam that he is him, just from another universe. He tries to tell Prince Adam that also over there is Prince Skeletor, who is another version of Skeletor, and he might be the universe's last chance at being saved. And of course, Skeletor definitely takes offense to him being called Skeletor. Well, Skeletor, he's just gonna have to get over it, because Anti-He-Man has crashed the party. And even though Anti-He-Man has come to realize that Skeletor might be stronger than he lets on, and after a brief battle with Skeletor, Skeletor still can't cut the mustard. But luckily for Skeletor, he's got backup, because in the distance, movie He-Man makes his move, and he says, the seed asked, if I could do anything, what would it be? And with the power seed in hand, movie He-Man lays a wallop on Anti-He-Man and says, kill Anti-He-Man with my bare hands. Skeletor tells Prince Adam that while movie He-Man has possession of the seed, he has unlimited power. Adam asks Skeletor if He-Man is just like him, and Skeletor says, no, he's not. And one of the things that separates cartoon from movie He-Man is that cartoon He-Man is pure and unable to be corrupted, but movie He-Man gave up his Prince Adam identity and humanity that came with it. And while cartoon He-Man can't be corrupted, as you can see by his left hand, movie He-Man can be. We also learned that this is the reason why the Star Seed has been hidden here, as it would be safe from corruption, as this is known as Light Eternia, and cartoon He-Man has proven to be resistant of corruption. But as each moment passes, the corruption grows more on movie He-Man. As the clash of these two titans persists, Prince Adam and Skeletor work frantically to get the Cosmic Key up and running. Skeletor says that their plan has to work, or the deaths of Looking Up and Space Mullet He-Man will be for nothing. In a typical Prince Adam moment, he tells Skeletor that they came up with a great plan and to have some faith that it will work. Just out of curiosity, Adam wants to know what his nickname is. Skeletor tells him, annoyingly chipper He-Man, obviously. With the Cosmic Key fired up, they transport themselves to Snake Mountain, where this cartoon once again pays homage to the original source material, as Skeletor sits creepily watching the party at King Randor's palace. As movie and anti-He-Man continue their battle now inside Snake Mountain, Skeletor's eyes would have definitely lit up if they could, as he sets his focus on controlling the Star Seed. Skeletor is able to grab the Star Seed, and with his hands on it, he says, "Give me power, all-consuming, infinite power." Skeletor says that the Star Seed follows the path of least resistance, and with it choosing Skeletor, it has bought them some time. While Prince Adam and Skeletor try to hold the corrupted movie He-Man back, Anti-He-Man is in his head and tells him, "Get justice, He-Man, take the Star Seed back and eliminate every Skeletor from the universe," and hopes that he will eliminate what he knows will be the true threat, Prince Skeletor. Once the Power Seed is fully in the grasp of Skeletor, everyone around him is sent flying. In another homage to the cartoon, Skeletor yells out, "All you muscle monkeys are the same, and now the seed is mine, all mine." Well, for a moment, Skeletor thought this thing was going his way until he came to the realization that he had been blind to the Star Seed's power and that it would make him a slave to Anti-He-Man. Skeletor relinquishes the Star Seed and says he never served that muscle-bound boob. Now as Skeletor and Anti-He-Man both jump to take control of the Star Seed, Skeletor yells out, "Adam, do it now!" Adam yells out, "By the power of Grayskull," and he uses his power sword to smash the seed, causing it to explode, and sends Prince Skeletor flying. Through all the commotion, Anti-He-Man has been transported once again, but this time he's landed back in the Stone Ages, and he has his eyes now set on taking over the first Eternia to control the Prime Source. And while the Star Seed might be gone, Anti-He-Man has yet another power sword. On the last page of this comic, Skeletor is insistent that they continue to hunt down Anti-He-Man. But as they go from universe to universe, Prince Skeletor continues to have one burning question. If He-Man can be corrupted by power, what hope does Skeletor have? Now that does it for issue number 4 of He-Man and the Masters of the Multiverse. I have to be perfectly honest, this is by far one of my favorite comic book series I've ever read. I'm a huge He-Man fan, and in issue number 4, with all the references to the classic 80s cartoon, man, I cannot get enough of this nostalgia. I'm having a great time, and thank you, DC, for putting out such a great comic book series. And guys, if you haven't picked it up, you should definitely pick it up, read it, and then join me back for the discussion, because it's a ton of fun. And if you're a real He-Man fan, you're definitely going to want to have this in your collection. But guys, the fun doesn't stop, because coming soon is my comic book discussion for issue number 5, and we're going to continue with the momentum. I've already read this one. It's a ton of fun. So guys, make sure you subscribe here to Toned In Entertainment for future videos.
Subscribe to the channel. Do it. Go now. Do it now.